Hi, I'm Dave Layfield with Affordable Housing Online, and it's Wednesday, October 22nd, 2014. Welcome to another Section 8 update. We have the most current, up-to-date list of Section 8 waiting list openings from across the country. We have a social media team dedicated to monitoring housing authority websites and social media, looking for all the new openings. Odds are, if there's a Section 8 waiting list opening near you, you're going to hear it from us first. We update our website and Facebook daily. Every Wednesday, we send out a weekly email alert, and we do this Section 8 update. Another easy way to keep up to date on Section 8 openings is to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and YouTube. We're active on all those channels. And make sure you watch the whole video. At the end, we'll be doing our user-submitted question of the day and our affordable housing tip of the day. The question, how long do you have to wait once you're on the waiting list? And our tip is multitask. Don't just apply for one type of affordable housing assistance. So, on to the applications. Pasadena, California's waiting list is open until November 1st. It's an online application. Now, it is a lengthy application, but there's lots of resources on the City of Pasadena website, so we encourage you to take a look at that. You'll find links to everything you need on our Pasadena Housing Authority page. Indianapolis, Indiana is open now and will be open through Thursday, tomorrow, the 23rd. They're expecting 60,000 applications. They will choose 6,000 applications randomly through a lottery, and they expect to award at least 1,000 vouchers by the end of this year. That is unprecedented when it comes to Section 8 waiting lists. Almost never do we see waits as short as they may possibly be in Indianapolis this year. So let's go down to Austin, Texas. The Austin Housing Authority's Section 8 waiting list opened up this morning at midnight. It's going to be open until October 29th. And it's an online-only application. Now, there's lots of resources on the Austin Housing Authority page, and we link to all that stuff from our Austin Housing Authority profile page and the Austin, Texas Affordable Housing page on our website. They're going to select 2,500 applications from all the applications that come in over the application period, and they're expecting a lot of applications. On to Baltimore, Maryland. The Section 8 waiting list opened up there at 9 o'clock this morning and will remain open until October 30th. They're expecting over 50,000 applications and will choose 25,000 people to be added to the waiting list through a random lottery. You can get all the information on that opening at our Baltimore, Maryland and Baltimore Housing Authority page on our website. So, for all of our users from Chicago, you know, we've covered Chicago quite a bit in the past. And we're happy to report that it looks as though the Chicago Housing Authority is opening up their Section 8 waiting list on October 27th, and it will remain open until November 24th. It's an online-only application, and it's actually for 3 different programs: Housing Choice Vouchers, which is also commonly known as Section 8, public housing, and their property rental assistance program. It's very convenient to be able to apply for 3 programs at once. We've got extensive coverage on our Chicago and our Chicago Housing Authority page on our website, and you can find all the links and all the material you need there to apply. Moving on to the programs that recently closed. In Charlotte, North Carolina, they opened up their Section 8 waiting list for the first time since 2007. It closed on September 26th of this year, and they received over 32,000 applications. That's 3 times as many as they received in 2007. In Racine County, Wisconsin last week, the Section 8 waiting list was open all week. They received 2,800 applications, 1/3 of which were from folks outside of the county. Now the Housing Authority is considering establishing a local residency preference to make sure that folks in the county receive priority in the future. Lafayette, Louisiana recently closed their Section 8 waiting list, and now they're going to be selecting 1,000 applicants through a random lottery. They'll be publishing those results on their website by November 1st. We'll make sure to also add links and everything to our website as well. So on to our user-submitted question. How long do I have to wait for a voucher once I'm on the waiting list? Well, the really bad thing about Section 8 waiting lists is you have to wait for the waiting list to open And then once you get on the waiting list, then you have to wait for your voucher. And each of those waits can sometimes take several years each. For example, in New York City, the waiting list is closed, not going to be open for years. Once it does open back up, you may have a wait that's 5-10 years long. So it's a very long wait in some cities. Some rural areas, lesser wait, say a year or so. It depends upon the population, the size of the housing authority, how quickly, how much turnover they have. And in some rare cases, you might actually wait less than a year. If the housing authority waits until they get to the very end of their current wait list and they only have a few dozen people left, and then they open up the waiting list, well, the first people on that waiting list are going to be the first ones served. So for example, in Indianapolis this year, they're opening up their Section 8 waiting list right now. Well, they're actually expecting to house up to 1,000 people this calendar year who are applying now. So you apply in October and you may be housed in December. That is a very rare occurrence, but it's possible. So thanks for that user submitted question. And if you've got any other questions, submit them via our Facebook page, and we'll be happy to answer them next week. Every week, we like to give our users an affordable housing tip, and this week the tip is, don't just apply for one form of housing. Don't just apply for Section 8 Housing Choice vouchers. There's all sorts of other assistance programs out there, and some of them are available a lot more immediately than the voucher program. You've got public housing, the project-based Section 8 assistance program. You've got privately funded and federally funded, privately owned affordable housing communities. There's all sorts of other assistance out there that you need to be applying for all at the same time. If you go to our website, you'll find all these resources. Just type in your city and state, and you'll find all the resources there in one place. Well, that's it for this week's Section 8 update. Thanks for using affordable housing online, and I hope we brought you a little bit closer to home.